Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and today I want to do a reading on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And I don't want anything necessarily specific, like, you know, is he going to be confirmed as whatever, HHS, the head of that, or anything like that. I just want like just general energy like right now and then looking forward, the trajectory of his life. I've always thought RFK Jr. Was a very tragic character, you know, with his father being assassinated. And if I might be wrong, okay, so don't quote me on this, but I think if I remember correctly, he was there, like when, like he saw his father get shot, I believe he was in the kitchen. But again, don't quote me on that. That has got to mess you up. You know what I mean? And then the tragedy of just the Kennedy family in general. You look at all of the Kennedys. There was the sister who got a lobotomy. There was JFK Jr. There was Joe, who died in war. Like, that family has had, oh my gosh, and then JFK Jr., you know, dying in the plane crash. Like, that family has had a tremendous amount of tragedy. And I just want to get a, you know, a feel for RFK Jr. So let's see what we can find out. As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. These are just my interpretations of the cards. Please form your own opinions. Do your own research. All of this is, you know, it's alleged, and if my videos somehow like trigger you, please just, you know, log out. It's fine, click out. Don't leave a mean comment on your way out, and please be kind to others in the comment section as well. Okay, here we go. RFK Jr. Okay, that's an interesting one to end on. So let's take a look at his cards and see what we can get. So the first thing we have is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration. It's community. So I feel like this could be representative of, you know, like he has community around him because of his family legacy. So like people rally around him and support him and celebrate him because, you know, because of what he's been through. I think that he has like a lot of people that want to see him do well. I feel like people don't want to see him fail or do badly. Okay. They want to see this guy like get a break. So he comes from, this is okay, and you guys, this is like general energy, okay, and this is not like what's happening currently right now in this administration, okay? We're talking about like as a whole, looking at his entire life, all right? So when I say these things, I had someone get really mad at me about, one of the cards said Kamala may have like low self-esteem, and I had someone rip into me for that, and it was like, you know, they're like, don't say she has low self-esteem. And it's like, okay, calm down. So that's what I'm referring to. And he may have like had a strong group of women around him that were supporting him. And we have this Empress reverse. So I'm wondering if he has mother issues. I'm wondering if maybe some of these people who were supporting him and kind of propping him up were like his mother, her friends, like more feminine energy nurturing him. But this to me says like what's blocking him is issues, deep-seated issues he has with his mother. This is like total mother issues. And I don't know if it stems from like how she reacted to RFK's death. You know, that would be really difficult. And then to be a mother on top of that, like most mothers would probably not, would probably maybe not do the best job mothering. I think that's pretty understandable in those circumstances. We have this Knight of Swords reversed energy, and this is like the energy that he's come from. And this to me is like being cut down, right? Like this is the fastest knight in the deck. He's got his sword raised. He is ready to just like slice off the head of anyone. It's like warpath. Okay. It's incredibly stressful situations. It's a big issues that he's had to deal with. The energy that he's going into, and it's weird that we have quite a bit of swords energy. So we have a lot of swords energy. That's really a lot of air. A lot of air. Okay. So we have this Four of Swords reversed. Four of Swords reversed can mean a couple different things. It can be a forced time out. So he might be looking at maybe not working for a little bit, or maybe getting sick, or being incapacitated. Okay, that's one way this card, one thing this card can mean. The other thing, though, that this card can represent is social unrest. Social unrest is really interesting because of his unique views to things like vaccines and fluoride in the water and, all of those things that he has, that COVID was planned by the U.S. government. I think that's the latest thing he's released. And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of people upset, and he's going to get a lot of like challenge, a lot of being pushed back, a lot of people wanting to sideline him. People are not going to be happy, about what's going on. And it might not be unhappiness with him specifically, but it might be unhappiness with what the administration is doing, where he's being placed. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Then we have this Seven of Swords reversed. This is really funny because this card is about giving up. Instead of taking a stand, it means giving up. And what did RFK Jr. do in this presidential race? He was running as an independent, but he gave up. He didn't take a stand. He gave up to sign on to the Trump show. So that's really funny because that's exactly what he did. But he's being given an opportunity. And this is not the opportunity of the job that Trump has positioned for him. This is something different because this is something that he doesn't see coming. So there's going to be an opportunity for something to happen. Okay. There's something with RFK that's Jr. There's some kind of opportunity that's coming his way. Then we have the Sun card. And this card is all about the energy that he's putting out. So he's putting out this energy of like he's succeeded. He accomplished his goal. He's getting to do exactly what he wants to do. He's America's, golden Kennedy child. Everything is good. He's attained his goals, and he's great. But the environment that he's in is this King of Swords energy. And this King of Swords can be a destructive king. He can be a destructive king. He can cause some issues. He can wield some issues. There can be this person, what am I trying to say? Like, this is someone who has a negative influence on other people, a destructive influence. So right now, his environment he is under a negative influence. And it's so funny because if you go look at my other readings, I swear this is like the Make America Great Again card. The Six of Cups is all about nostalgia. It's about remembering things fondly, childhood memories. It's that kind of a vibe. And I love this card because I think that the art on this card just, it like encaptures that. or captures, I guess, encapsulates. But this, when I look at this, so, you know, when they say make America great again, I've said this a million times, but there's no time in history where it's been great, you know, and I love America, but let's be real. So this time that they're referring to is something that's never existed, but it's their thing. It's their like saying, it's their whole philosophy. Okay. And so what this is like, this is that hope that they're going to be able to pump out this MAGA message. They want this to spread. Like, this is their hope. They want this to spread. They want this to be everywhere. But we have the 10 of Swords for outcome. This isn't a good card. This card is endings, it's sufferings, it's retaliation. So, however his story ends, it's going to end just not in a good way. Very much not in a good way. I feel like he's going to get cut down by this King of Swords. Okay, let's see. Let's put these to the side. Let's get some oracle cards and see just what other energies and themes we can get. And then we'll see if we have any like more specific questions, if we want to dial it in a little bit more. Oops. I have to say I'm not really surprised by what we just saw in that reading. I think that that's kind of what we all anticipate, you know. Okay, let's just shuffle and see what we get. We'll see if anything flies out. RFK Jr. Let's go through it one more time. See if anything else wants to come out. Nope. Okay. And then let's get some of these Gypsy Oracle cards. I really like these too. We'll look at all of these together. RFK Jr. What does Spirit want us to know? RFK Jr. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so right away, hiding their true feelings. I feel like that's talking about RFK's, the way he's feeling about Trump, MAGA, all of that. Okay. I feel like there are things that he is fundamentally opposed, like views, morals, things that he's fundamentally like has different viewpoints than Trump. But he is pushing that down and hiding those feelings, those emotions, because he's determined to be successful in this administration. He has this deep desire to be successful. And so he's doing what it takes. He's being faithful. This is faithfulness. He's being faithful to Trump and to the MAGA people, so that he can, you know, achieve his goals. Okay, there's some interesting stuff going on here with his love life. And I know he's been married, I think, more than once. And I think he's currently with the actress Cheryl Hines. But that's the extent of what I know about his personal life, okay? But let's just go through what I'm seeing. And then if you guys know, you can tell me if I'm right or not. Okay, so I think that he has had... love has been a big issue for him, and I feel like it stemmed from that mother wound, okay? You know, it's this wound from when he was a child that he carries with him. And it comes, like, it's all focused around this idea of love. He's in love with love. He falls in love very easily. He feels very strongly for people. And I feel like, was he with someone and then they split and then they got back together? I'm wondering. Or is, like, will him and Cheryl Hines split and then get back together? Because we have this X, but then we have reconciliation, and then over here we have reunion. So I feel like either if it has it, yeah, and then there's this regret, reminiscing, missing you, and then coming back together, having this reconciliation, having this reunion. We have the wedding card. So this is, I'm wondering, was he married to someone and they split and they got back together? But he's someone who very much wants this ideal relationship. But I don't think he's capable of doing that because there's the wounding that has to heal. And until he, you know, deals, and that's some big stuff, you know, to deal with, right? Like, we can cut him some slack, I guess. But I think there's something with his personal relationships around women and the complications in his life about his romantic relationships. I find it very interesting. I think he probably has I'm actually going to probably Google it after this because I feel like he has a very interesting history, and I feel that that's going to continue. And there may be, you know, like I said, there may be someone who this hasn't happened yet. This could be what's coming for him. But, yeah, there's someone who was very, very close to him who he's going to have a separation from, and then he's going to get back together with him, or like it was a spouse, something. Okay, let's go on. So this is interesting. We have a messenger bringing a message from a foe. Okay. And I feel like he's going to have to really think. This is thought. This is sitting in a room, thinking, having to think about what he's going to do with this message about his foe. This foe is a thief. They've stolen something. What have they stolen? And he's thinking right now, what do I do? What do I do? I have this message about a foe. And sometimes our foes appear to be our friends. And our friends are foes. And he has an interesting new friend. And that friend has been known to take things that don't belong to him. And I very much feel like this is RFK Jr. sitting in a room trying to figure out what he's going to do, what his next moves are. And I feel like he's going to have a split from this foe. Regardless of what happens, I do feel like they're going to go separate ways. But I want to get some clarification on this situation. So let's start with tarot and see if we can get, here, I'm going to move these out of the way. And let's move these out of the way since I think we've worked through that. Slide these up and over here. Okay, because I want to really dig into this one. So we're going to do a full spread. See what we get. RFK Jr. What is this about? This message from a foe who is a thief or who has stolen something, has taken something, or has knowledge that they've taken something. And he's in a room thinking about what he's going to do. What is he going to do? Okay. We have 9 of Cups reversed. Ooh, we have the Devil. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Sun. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. We have 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Okay. So, 9 of Cups reversed. This is being egotistical. This is self-centered. This is an emotional disconnect. This could be greed. This could be overindulgence. So this situation is centered around the energy of a big ego, self-centeredness. This has to do with ego and self-centeredness. What's blocking this, or what's, challenging this, or what's in this, is the Devil card. This is being manipulated. This is manipulation. So there is a lot of manipulation that happened in this situation. We have the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is typically really strong female energy. This is the energy of being independent, being successful, being wealthy, like material-wise, like materially wealthy. So this can go 2 different ways for me, okay? Like looking at all of this. This can be something to do with Kamala in the past that is creating this situation. Or the other thing that this could also be is just talking about the idea of success, okay? So it can really be either of those 2 things. So it could either be something to do with Kamala and the election that led to this, or this can be because of success, this is happening, okay? What this is going into, though, is the Sun. And okay, so the Sun can also be read a couple different ways. So the way that this card would be read is like, this is an attainment of a goal. This is goal accomplished. This is like, did something, got away with it, goal accomplished. But the other way that this can be read, and the way that I'm feeling it's going, is that everything will be brought out into the light. This is going to be brought out into the sun for everyone to see. It's going to be completely exposed because we have this person in the sun. And didn't I say the golden Kennedy child or something? Or we got this card before. This could be like RFK Jr. bringing whatever this is, deciding that he wants to speak on it and putting it in the sun. Okay, that's another way we could look at this. This is another way that this could resolve itself. We have this Hanged Man. This is interesting too, because this is about self-sacrifice, but this can also be a card about prophecy. And I'm feeling like, so this position is this, what is this trying to achieve? Okay. This is like the ultimate, what you ultimately want. So what was this trying to achieve? Was it trying to achieve stringing someone up? Not like lynching. That sounded terrible. But I mean like putting someone where they're stuck. They can't do anything. They're like hanging out. And then we have this whole theme of prophecy. Prophecy has come up in my other readings. If you guys have watched my other videos, you know we've talked about this, where all of these things that are happening right now, I feel like a lot of this stuff is stuff that, like, we are in very interesting times. And I think that a lot of what we're seeing happening is stuff that has been prophesized. And I feel like maybe what we're seeing is what has to happen, right? This is the stuff that needs to finally crack open and be exposed and brought into the light so that the shift can happen. So the Page of Pentacles reversed. This is what they do not see coming, okay? And this is unwelcome news around finances. So finances play a part in this situation. So this is something going south about money. Either money is going to be lost, or money that was promised doesn't come through, or the other thing that this could be is, this could be, you know, there was this initial success, but then this is like, oh, unwelcome news. Maybe you didn't get that initial success. You know, maybe this is like, but yeah, that's negated. Okay. Six of Swords. So this is a card about traveling, movement, journeys, moving from one place to another. It's like leaving behind something and going towards something else. This is also a card that talks about leaving conflict behind. So I'm wondering if there's something going on here where he wants to just like leave this behind. He wants to leave this behind. No matter what he does, whether he decides to speak on this or doesn't speak on this, he wants to get out of this. And this is his environment. His environment is King of Pentacles. It's Trump. It's Trump everything. It's like, it's just, he is being overwhelmed by Trump. But he wants this. His hope is that they can work together. You know, that's the hope. Like, he just wants to get in there so he can accomplish what he wants to do, what he wants to accomplish. And so he's hoping that, you know, he can get in there and there can be some kind of cooperation. But what he's finding out is that there's no cooperation. And this is an incredibly tough battle. And it's a battle that he's probably going to lose. This is having to be incredibly defensive. So he might have to defend himself for something. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so are we going to find... Well, let's get... I'm wondering... So my question that I want to ask is, are we going to find out about it? Is he going to speak on it, or is he going to stay quiet? There we go. So is RFK Jr. going to ultimately speak on this, or is he going to remain quiet? Because with this Sun card, this could mean he's remaining quiet and that they succeeded. So let's get 3 cards. Will he speak on this, or will he remain quiet? That's too many. We have the 4 of Cups reversed, we have the 3 of Swords, and we have the Hierophant reversed. Okay, 4 of Cups reversed is about being dissatisfied. This is about heartbreak and grief. And this is anti-establishment. So I don't really know if he's going to speak on this or not. I would say probably not, because we didn't get any communication cards. But he is incredibly dissatisfied with the situation. It's like heartbreaking to him to see, you know, I think he very much values the Constitution and the idea of America. And I think the things that he's witnessing, it's breaking his heart. But he chose to go the anti-establishment route. He made this choice to go with these people. So he has to be responsible for the outcome. of what's going on here. Okay, so let's get these out of the way. Okay, and the final thing I want to do is I want to look at final outcomes for RFK Jr. What's his final outcome? Like, how are things going to turn out for RFK Jr.? How are things going to turn out for RFK Jr.? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. So short term, not great. He's made a deal with the devil. We all know who the devil is, right? I mean, do I need to say it? We know who the devil is. He's made a deal with the devil. He went against his better judgment. He went against his intuition. And he went into a situation where he was being deceived. But he knew these were deceitful people. He knew that he was making a deal with the devil. So this is his short term, what he's dealing with. So he's dealing with the repercussions of his choices. Mid-range. Here's the Empress again. Is his mother? No, his mother would not be alive. This is divine. Well, it is divine feminine. And it's interesting too, because we have the moon down here, which is divine feminine. So this is divine feminine energy. This is communication coming in fast. But it could be communication that you don't necessarily want. This can be an altercation. Oh, an altercation. Mid-range, he is going to split with someone. There's going to be a woman he's going to separate from. So I don't know if this will be the separation or that we looked at before, or if this is going to be a different separation, if this is like Cheryl Hines deciding to leave him. But again, this is going to be mid-range. This is going to be like, I don't know. I mean, he's older, so he doesn't have, the middle of however much time he has left. And then long term, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed and we have the Moon reversed. The Six of Pentacles reversed is an inability to hold on to money. It can be not having gratitude. It can be losing money, money falling between your fingers, money falling out of your hands, things being unbalanced. His money is going to be impacted greatly. And I think his money is going to be impacted greatly because of this moon reversed. And this is confusion. This is uncertainty. I wonder if he's going to end up with like dementia, Alzheimer's, memory issues, and maybe people swindling him out of money, or him being susceptible to some kind of being taken advantage of financially in his confusion. Huh. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. If you're still with me, please give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider clicking that little circle on the screen. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.